they go back to Port Guttersnaps. Um, Seeing there's no more zombies, but there's still a like storm cloud type atmosphere around the mountain area. Sorry, Death Mountain. Um, uh, so they decided that they had to get to it, but to get to Death Mountain, they had to go through the Lost Swamps, and they were told, bless me, they were told they needed a map or else they'll get super lost and never find their way out again. Also, while in Gutter Snaps, they find out that Daddy Yankee has disappeared, and so has Amber the doll. Captain Leroy J is like kind of worried because they were kind of friends type thing, but he's like, just see if you find him, just try him back alive, sort of thing. So that's a little side quest in me for Daddy Yankee. Um, they find out that a map to the Lost Swamps is in a lighthouse. They get to the lighthouse. It is guarded by Henry, the lighthouse keeper ghost. I wrote down that they could just kill him for it, or they could do his little backstory, which is he died to something called the Red Death, and he would like a locket from his girlfriend that was still on his corpse. So they go down to the beach. They find a giant crab that's like red death. Um, Fight with it, get the locket back. He gives them a map. Everything's good. They now have a map to the Lost Swamps. Also, I think this is the time where my sister was visiting for Christmas, and I dragged her into this too, because more the merrier. Because I think at this point Milo stopped playing too. So I had that random NPC just wandering around now. But before they go to the Lost Swamps, they found a thing on a bulletin board saying that there's a contract for a baby worm, like teeth and stuff. They run into a female monk named Ayla Burke. I think it was Ayla Burke. I can't really pronounce names I make up very well. But she joined him. My sister was playing. I gave her a monk character. I made it for her. So they go fight this. They go to a cave that had the worm. They fought it. Then Rogar learns that he likes jumping on shit, which gets him in trouble later on. But that's another story. So kill worm, get map. They successfully go through the swamps, come to the Tree of Beginnings. They hear like children playing and stuff like that. It's a huge tree, like it's like I would say redwood tree, but like huger. Because there's like an archway they go through into the tree, and there's like this big area. They do see bones of children though, and Daddy Yankee is like covered in vines on the side of the wall. Then out of nowhere, a evil dryad, uh, with red hair. It's an Amber. Amber died here and became an evil dryad who's luring more children to here. So they fought her. I made ghouls pop out from the dead children's corpses and stuff. I'm evil like that. They were successfully saved, Daddy Yankee. Um, kill Amber. Daddy Yankee seemed like he usually like he was usually I made him like jollier and like eccentric. Now he's just sad. So that half of that part was done. Uh, a doorway opened up behind her. Uh, they were very wary going through the door because I said there was like fog. So naturally, Takal runs through the doorway and finds himself in a hedge mage. He's like, "Oh, yep, I should tell them." Turns around. They go back to where they were. Nope, goes back to the very beginning of the hedge maze. So, for this hedge maze, I did not make it myself. I had my friend make it for me. There's points in the hedge maze which leads back to the beginning. And the beginning leads back to the beginning. So, he couldn't get out, he was trapped. Fog everywhere. Magical fog, by the way. So he starts panicking. They eventually he's been in there a long time. We should go look for, go after him. So they naturally go look for Tikal. So this maze had 4 Minotaurs, 1 Mimic, couple of dead ends that lead back to the beginning again. They fought 3 out of the 4 Minotaurs, and they were fighting the Mimic, which they, Rogard took out the Mimic's tongue for rope in the near future. It's creative, to say the very least. But they get to the end, the fog rolls away, and they look back and they're just walk through the doorway. The hedge mage is gone. It was like a magical enchantment that was trying to slow them down, type thing. So they continued on up to the mountains, there's a pathway, and they come to a cave entrance. They go inside. On my paper, I wrote, "The storm breaks. They see storm clouds circling over them. They're in the center of the storm. Fog lifts, and the maze disappears. Quickly notices both the sun and the moon are hanging in the sky. They seem fairly close, like a start of an eclipse is about to happen. So they rush to the chamber, and they get to fight one of my personal favorites, a beholder named Kevdar. Um, they tried reasoning with him. I think I said this in the beginning. This whole thing was a video, my first video I made describing the situation. Um, they rolled really high on the persuasion checks, and I was not having any of it. That's where, in that instance, that's where I came up with those red corruption crystals. So they wouldn't try to weasel themselves out of the fight, which I appreciate it. I appreciate them try doing that more often, because that's how I play most of my video game characters. If there's a level for speech, I usually try leveling that out and talk my way out of situations. But it was a beholder, and I really want to fight him with it. It wasn't a full beholder. I nerfed it significantly so it wouldn't kill them instantaneously because they were still level 5, 6, maybe 7, 6 or 7, I would say. They tied up how they killed it and how they stopped the eye shoots beams was that Rogar tied it facing a pillar with the Mimic's tongue, which was creative and I liked it. I hated it, but I liked it, sort of thing. They go to the other side of the room. They enter the ritual room where they see the evil necromancer overtop the princess. Princess is short red hair, white with gold trimmed dress. I I wrote two scenarios: if they took too long, or if they stopped it. And I think I wrote down, I marked that they took too long during that beholder fight. That the evil necromancer mocks them as he steals the princess's soul and walks through the portal. A portal that he opens up with a snap of his fingers. So they now have a unconscious princess without a soul. So yeah, that happened. They returned to Port Goddess Snaps. I think I gave them 5 potions and 500 gold for everything they did in this area. And they got right from Captain Leroy J to the main continent. And that's where we stop, because that's the entire, I think I wrote Island Rescue Arc. Island Rescue Arc. Next time, it would be the Babysitting Arc. Until next time.